Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Gnome Reviews here. We're gonna do something a little bit different tonight. So this video is just gonna be talking specifically about the preference or your preference, 7.62 by 39 or 5.45 by 39. I saw an old video from Brandon Herrera talking about this, so I wanted to do a short little segment on it myself. This topic has always been interesting to me, going down all sorts of unnecessary rabbit holes regarding caliber, ammo types or brand, and the actual rifle itself, using whatever caliber is being discussed. Like I said, tonight we're going to be talking specifically about 7.62 by 39 and 5.45 by 39. First off, these are the two most popular Kalashnikov options caliber-wise. If you don't like AKs, and you're only into ARs, this may not be your favorite video for me. I love the AR-15 or M4 platform at the end of the day. If I could only pick one though, I'm taking the AK for reliability purposes. So I'm reading my notes, as you can tell, while I'm trying to show you guys these different ammo types, which I'm going to talk about these different ammo types that we're looking at. But first, I've got to read these notes as I go along to you guys to make sure I tell you everything. So, like I said, I love the AR-15 or the M4 platform, but at the end of the day, if I can only have one, I'm taking the Kalashnikov every single time, mainly for reliability purposes. The AR-15, it really needs to be wet, whereas the AK or the Kalashnikov platform can run dry, especially in the winter and the cold. It's meant to run dry in the cold. They're meant to run in the wintertime. You can look up pictures of rusted Kalashnikov rifles in third world countries, and those rifles are still running, and they have little to no maintenance whatsoever on those rifles. The AK can run in any environment, and like I said, requires little to no maintenance. Mentioning the pictures you can look up. So 7.62 by 39, we're going to talk about first, the big girl, 30 caliber, which is going to be these, I'll wipe that down later, but these three on the right are 7.62 by 39, where these four mags here on the left are all 5.45. So we're looking at these first, these three on the right. So 30 caliber instead of 22 caliber. The 7.62 by 39, you're going to have a lot more mass going down range, being it's 30 caliber. Personally, I prefer the 7.62 by 39 at close range, regardless of barrel length. In my case, it's a 16-inch AK-103 or KR-103 SFS. The 7.62 by 39 is designed to penetrate barriers like car doors, brick, or concrete. Ideally, you want steel core ammo, which would be this guy and this guy. Let's see here. Where was that? Ideally, you want steel core ammo in either case, a 5.45 or 7.62 by 39 for maximum penetration. I really like the ballistics of the Yugo M67, which is this round right here. It's a 7.62 by 39 round that was developed in Yugoslavia in the 1960s. You can see the orange corrosive primer there, Berdan primed. But if you look up the Yugo M67, look up gel tests on this ammo, you'll see exactly why this is what I prefer for surplus. This ammo comes in a 1,120 round brass case. This is my pick and recommendation regarding the finest surplus 7.62 by 39. Commercially, I prefer this 123 grain Bellum that's made in Serbia. See the green ring around the primer there. Let's see here. The Bellum is non-corrosive and it's safe to shoot on steel targets, so you can shoot it indoors. And then the third 7.62 by 39, this is the yellow box Norinco. This stuff does work as well. It says non-corrosive on the box, but it's probably corrosive. It's one of those deals, being it's coming from China. So now we're going to move on to, let's get these 3 mags out of the way, because now we're going to be moving on to 5.45 by 39. So 5.45 by 39 is my personal favorite caliber after 5.7 by 28. As stated in my previous 7.6 video, 5.45 by 39 is the Russian 5.56 22 caliber. I prefer the 5.45 over the 7.62 by 39 if there is any kind of distance involved. 7.62 by 39 is meant to be used up close, 200 yards max. Due to the weight and mass of the 30 cal 7.62 by 39 projectile, instead of 123 grain, 5.45 comes in at 53 grains to 60 grains, similar to 5.56 NATO weights of 55 and 62 grains. The 5.45 bullet is much longer than the 5.56 bullet. The 5.45 round has a hollow nose cavity. This, paired with the longer length, creates what they call a yawing effect on target, whereas the 5.56 is typically designed to zip through a target and maybe fragment. 5.45 is famous for tumbling. 7.6 tumbles after only a couple inches of penetration. The tumbling creates a violent wound channel, hence the nickname for 7.6, the poison bullet. The 5.45 ammo types I prefer personally are this first one on the left, Barnaul Silver Bear with the nickel plated or nickel coated case. Then Mr. Guns and Gear has a great video on this Barnaul Silver Bear. Look up Mr. Guns and Gear Barnaul Silver Bear here on YouTube and check out that gel test. I highly recommend you look at that. Trying to get through these notes because this isn't supposed to be a long video. Next is the 7.6. I already did a video on this round. It's 53 grains. It'll have the highest velocities because it's 53 grains instead of 60 grains. It's got a mild steel core. You can identify the 7.6 with this little red or purple ring around the bullet. And then as well, it's the primer. But this is Russian 7.6 right here in a Magpul PMag 74 mag. Let's see here. So this stuff you can get in Spam cans. It's really expensive now. It used to be cheap. For example, this used to be the cheapest non-corrosive 5.45 you could get. The tool 60 grain tool ammo. You can't even get this stuff anymore. It's also Russian. Let's see here. We talked about the Silver Bear. So this is what's available right now. The 60 grain Hornady Black. This is what my, both of my 5.45 by 39 rifles are zeroed at 36 yards. Combat Zero with this 60 grain Hornady Black VMAX round. I highly recommend this round. It's very accurate, and the best part about it is it's available. Yes, it's a little bit expensive, but you know what? All ammo is expensive in 2024, so it is what it is, you know. Price-wise, you're definitely going to find that 7.62 by 39, this Bellum, is a little bit cheaper to buy than the 5.45 by 39, but you know, you're comparing apples to oranges at this point. You know, it all comes down to personal preference. What do you like better? These are the 2 rounds that I'm shooting the most regarding 5.45 and 7.62 by 39. 7.62 by 39, 123 grain Bellum. 5.45 by 39, we got the 60 grain Hornady Black. So these are the 2 that I recommend, and these are the 2 that I'm shooting. Yes, they're both brass case. I'm not going down the whole steel case, brass case rabbit hole right now. These are just the 2 ammo. These are the 2 that I prefer. 123 grain Bellum for 7.62 by 39 and Hornady Black 60 grain 545. We're coming up on 10 minutes. I didn't mean for this video to be this long, but I should have known it was going to be a little bit longer because of all the notes I had to go through. If you've made it this long through the video, I really appreciate your support. Like always, you know, comment below if you have any questions, concerns, or anything like that. Any of these ammo types I talked about, check out the Buffman Range YouTube channel if you want to see ballistics on any of them. Like and comment for me, subscribe. It really helps out the channel, believe it or not. And you'll definitely have some more Kalashnikov content coming in the future, so I really appreciate your support if you've watched this long. Stay tuned for more. Gnome Reviews out.